Boxing Ego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash that like button. Also subscribe to the channel for the latest greatest in boxing. Now, May 20th, another great night of boxing. And I'm going to keep saying this. Showtime is dominating premium networks. HBO for the longest was kind of the benchmark for premium boxing, but in the last year or so they've almost completely gone to all their good fights being on pay-per-view. Meanwhile, Showtime has kind of revamped and reinvented their curriculum and their programming, and we got fights like tonight, Andre Berto versus Sean Porter, co-main event, Jermell Charlo, Charles Hatley. I'm out here in New York, definite bad blood in the co-main event, so it should be a good night, and May 20th is no different. So May 20th, you have Gervonta Tank Davis of Mayweather Promotions, TMT. He's going over to the UK to fight his mandatory Liam Walsh, and that should be a fun fight. First title defense. Let's see how he looks against a guy with some punching power, taller, seems confident. And then on the US telecast, they have Gary Russell Jr. versus his mandatory challenger, Oscar Escandon, and that's happening also on Saturday, May 20th. So the same night. So you get both of those fights, and they actually have another fight that I forgot about, but there's another fight, I believe, to make it a triple header. But the ones I want to talk about is obviously Gary Russell, like you see in the title, Ego Weight Watchers style, where I give you guys a look into the fighter's lifestyle, before after progress pictures, especially if they have a fight coming up. And again, May 20th, it goes down. Now, the WBC champion is Gary Russell Jr., and he's a featherweight champion. WBC mandates a 30-day weigh-in to make sure you're within a certain threshold of where you need to be for the contracted weight. Since it's happening at featherweight, the contracted weight is 126, so you could be only a certain amount of pounds higher than that 30 days. And that's just what they do with their champion. So Gary Russell Jr., he's within the target that he needs to be. He looks lean, he looks good. He's 130 pounds, so only 4 pounds away from where he needs to be come fight night. So he looks like he's dialed in, ready to go. And then for Escandon, he's a little bit higher. He's at 136, so 6 pounds heavier than Gary Russell Jr., so he has to drop 10 pounds. Really not a big deal. It's within the WBC limits of where he can be. He just has more weight to lose, but he has 30. This is the 30-day weigh-in, so he has a month to do it. So I definitely think both guys should be able to make weight. Another thing that some of you guys may not know, Oscar Escandon is trained by Robert the Ghost Guerrero's dad, Ruben Guerrero. So I want to see what Ruben's dad, or what Robert's dad, Ruben, looks like with other fighters other than Robert Guerrero. And it should be a good fight. Like I said, Showtime. You got Tank Davis defending a title. These are championship fights. And then you have Gary Russell defending his title. And these are against #1 mandatories. Whether you know Escandon or Liam Walsh, these are the #1 person that he is supposed to fight, that these guys are supposed to fight within the sanctioning body, the WBC. Now, I want to read some quotes. Gary Russell Jr. says, "I'm a gladiator getting ready for a tough battle. This is going to be a huge night for my family, and I'm glad that the time is here. This will be the first time as pros that I get to fight on the same card as both of my little brothers, Gary Antonio and 2016 Rio Olympian Gary Antoine. Plus, and he got robbed in the Olympics. Plus, my brother Gary Allen will work all of our corners. We're excited to get in the ring and show the fans what we're capable of doing in the ring." So that's cool. I already knew Gary Russell had a big family, and they're like the Wayans family. Look up, Marlon. Say cheese. They're like the Wayans family of boxing. They all scrap, they all fight, and this is the first time they're getting to fight on the same card as Gary Russell just said, which is cool. And this is a newly open venue, the MGM National Harbor in Maryland. And I believe Gary Russell and his family, they reside, or they're from DC, so not far away. So family and friends can come out and make the trek to Maryland to see this fight, which is, I'm sure, another reason why he's excited. Plus, he's been out of the ring. Last time he fought was Patrick Hyland, And I didn't know much about Highland, but he had a nice knockout. Before that, he got the title beating Johnny Gonzalez, who was a champion who knocked out Abner Mares and had several title defenses, beat Jorge Arce. So we need to see guys like Gary Russell. He says no matter where Lomachenko goes, that's the rematch he's seeking, whether you guys want to see it or not. Maybe, you know what I mean? Lomachenko is currently in a different division, but it's good to see Gary Russell back because I think he has, to me, I think the fastest hands in boxing. And there was one moment where he was coming up, it was like people were pitting Adrian Broner versus Gamboa or Gary Russell Jr. because Broner was in the lighter weights, and it was like who's going to be better, who's going to have the better career, things like that. So I like Gary Russell. I just think he needs to be a lot more active, especially a guy who he sometimes has hand injuries, brittle hands or whatnot, but last time I checked, he hasn't really had any injuries, and he's still been on the sideline, hasn't been scrapping. So hopefully this reinvigorates him, getting that to fight with his brother. His brother can scrap. I'm talking about the Olympian one, Gary Antoine. I seen him. He's good. I watched the Olympics. I haven't seen much of his other brother, but I mean they're from the same family, so probably the same training, Gary Antonio. So I look forward to it. And again, this is also on the same night as Tank Davis's fight. And aside from Gary Russell breaking this long dry spell, part of it wasn't his fault because his opponent, Oscar Escandon, he got injured. He had a back injury, I believe it was. So the fight got postponed. It was supposed to happen, I want to say, in March. So he's happy, and this is a quote from him. "I've had to wait for this opportunity to face Gary Russell Jr., and I'm going to take full advantage of it. It's going to be a great fight, and I know the fans are going to get their money's worth. I feel 100% healthy, and now that the fight is here, I am ready to knock him out." So bold statement, bold claim. Even Lomachenko, who I thought he schooled Gary Russell Jr., looked really good in the fight. He didn't knock him out. So we'll see what Escandon with his styles to make fights. Let's see what he can bring to the table. I'm just looking forward to seeing Gary Russell back. That is the Ego Weight Watchers, where they're both at, and a little less than a month at this point until the actual fight. So bravo to Showtime getting it done with some great matches. Drop it in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Make sure you share the video, like the video as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button. And you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.